Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillahi amma ba'd. With regards to our latest publication, 40 Hadith on seeking knowledge, I want to read a few things out of the book, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So first and foremost is, we have a few quotes who the book is dedicated to, some of the things or some of the people who inspired me to write the book. Then we have an excerpt here before the contents that says, Allah's name be praised. And this is a code, not code, because it is code out here, but a CODE of disciplism, what we call the way of the disciple, disciplism, our school of thought, our way of studying, teaching, giving dawah, training. It says here, when they sleep, I read. When they read, I memorize. When they memorize, I make revision. When they make revision, I teach. I am one with knowledge. The art is formless. And this is from The Way of the Disciple, page number 36. So let's break that down now. It says, when they. What's meant by they? What we mean here is the regular way, the normal way, the other people, other scholars, students of knowledge, schools of thought, dawah programs, dawah activities. And it's not about being superior or feeling that we're superior, but it's just what we like to do and how we like to do it. So we have their way, and then we have our way. Or speaking in the singular tense, my way. So when they're sleeping, I'm reading. Meaning, I'm asking Allah Azza wa Jal for sincerity and for tawfiq, for success. When they are resting, I'm trying to get an edge above the others by doing something that they're not doing at a time in which they're not doing it. And that's going outside of the box, training harder, applying more ijtihad, when the other people are just sleeping, relaxing, talking, laughing, joking, eating, and drinking. And then somebody may come along. So somebody's definitely something in the air out here. Somebody smoking something that's not halal. Definitely makruh, maybe haram. Allahu musta'an. Tayyib. So the concept of, and of course, yani, smoking and destroying your body, whatever you're smoking, it's going to be unlawful. You get the point I'm trying to make. What's important is that somebody may come along and they may say, well, that sounds like some Sufi stuff, or some mystic stuff, or you sound like that you're trying to be better than everyone else, or you're proclaiming to be better than everyone else, etc. When they're sleeping, you're reading. Allah Azza wa Jal, He tells us in the Quran al-Kareem, تَتَجَافَى جُنُوبُهُمْ عَنِ الْمَضَاجِعِ, that their flanks, their sides, تَتَجَافَى, they're far, they're dry, they're way away from their madaji', their beds. يَدْعُونَ رَبَّهُمْ, and they invoke their Lord. They're praying, they're making dua. And if you believe that ilm is one of the most excellent acts of ibadah, one of the closest ways between a servant and Allah, then what could be better to do at nighttime than study ilm, read ilm? And the many athar of the Salaf al-Salih with regards to the virtue of ilm and the seeking over voluntary prayer. So there's just one ayah. The athar, Abdullah ibn Abbas, his students, his disciples, they were reading. One of them stood up to pray, and he asked them, why did you stand up? He said, to make salah. And he says, الَّذِي قُمْتَ إِلَيْهِ لَيْسَ بِأَفْضَلْ مِمَّا قُمْتَ عَنْهُ. أو كما قال رضي الله عنه. He says, what you stood up to do is no better than what you were just previously doing sitting down. So that statement, when they sleep, I read, is based off of Quran and Sunnah. For everyone just to get the point. It's based off of the Quran and the Sunnah. That's all it is. It's based off the Quran and Sunnah. So when they're sleeping, I'm reading. Type. So what happens when other schools or other students, when they're reading, now they're catching up, or they're equal now? It says, when they read, I memorize. I'm always a step ahead. So you're reading the text, and I'm making hifd of the text. I'm putting it in my heart, in my brain. I'm locking it up. I'm preserving it. I'm making hifd of it. And that's why in Arabic language, one of the words that you learn, or you should learn, is a wallet. A mihfadha. Mihfadhatun. And a mihfadhatun, obviously without the meme and the ta on the end, comes from hafidha. So just think about your wallet. You got your rebate cards in it. You got your tasweer identification card in it. You got your money with dead presidents, faces, names, all types of devil worship and Satanist symbols on your dollar bills, right? Your money is going to be preserved. Your wallet is preserved. Those things are necessary. Someone can steal your identity. You can be stranded in a country, but if you have your wallet, you're good. You can order a car, an Uber. You can buy a plane ticket. You can order food. You can find a hotel. You can do all types of things just by having your phone in your wallet. So people, they use their wallets and they preserve their wallets. The concept of hifd, preserving it, protecting it. So when a person isn't sleeping, he's reading, alhamdulillah, I, meaning the disciple, not me, is a head, because I'm now preserving it. And he who reads is not like he who memorizes. He who has it in his chest or from the top of his head is not like someone who reads from a book. Number 3, it then says here, when they memorize, I make revision. So now they're catching up. They're making hifd, they're preserving the knowledge, but I'm still a step ahead. I'm going over what I memorized last night, last week, last month, last year, last decade, 20 years ago. I'm revising, I'm brushing up and polishing, and this person is just getting to forging their blade. They're just sharpening their blade, and I'm polishing mine. After that comes, when they make revision, I teach. They're still only working on themselves. Alhamdulillah, they woke up, they picked up the book, they started memorizing the book, they start revising the book. Now they're going towards revising it themselves, reviewing it, making muraja'ah. I'm teaching it to somebody else. I'm a step ahead. And obviously when you teach knowledge, you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You make review for yourself a second time, and you get sadaqah, and you pay zakat on your knowledge. Last but not least, it says, I am one with knowledge. I'm one with knowledge, all right? So you hear that music going by that sounds like some type of Bollywood music. We said someone was out here, someone out there was smoking weed or something in the distance or the background. Allahu alam. We're out here in the park. It's cold outside. The trees are barren, all right? There is no study time. When is it time to study? Or I need to study. Or I can't study right now. Or I can't give a class. My mind isn't focused. Or I got to sit down and prepare my khutbah properly. Or I got to go overseas after I have all my bills paid. And I have to make sure I get married and my kids and this and that and so on and so forth. There's no such thing as that. And that's because I'm one with knowledge. The disciple is supposed to be able to read, study, teach, give dawah anytime, any place. So we were in Malaysia. Thing was last year. And his brother Khidr, he said, Mufti, he said, I challenge you to a duel, basically. He says, I want you to do an FMF for 5 minutes of fa'idah. And alhamdulillah, there are many things that Allah has allowed us to do by His grace, alhamdulillah, on the channel that a lot of people like and a lot of people have benefited from around the world, internationally. Walillahi alhamd, not just in Philadelphia, not just in one section of Philadelphia, not in New York, not in one masjid in New York, or one block or one sector, not just in Brooklyn, or not in one block, one area, but alhamdulillah, globally, walillahi alhamd, continents. People have benefited from HadithDisciple and from the way of the disciple. Alhamdulillah for that. Not bragging or boasting, but it's the reality. So, people, they like different things. Some people like the khutbahs. Some people like the lu'lu' wal marjan. Some people like the Q&As, so on and so forth. People say, oh, I love your Q&As. And, you know, you never give your opinion, so on and so forth. But one thing's for sure, most people like and watch is the FMFs, the 5 minutes of fa'idah. In the UK, brother walks up to you, Salaam alaikum, Sheikh, do an FMF. You're on a train, you're on a plane, you're in a hospital, you're in an airport, getting harassed by TSA. And they say, hey man, I saw your 5 minutes of fa'idah last night, so on and so forth. So one day we were in Malaysia, we were outside of the mall, and Khidr, he said, hey Mufti, he said, I challenge you to do FMF. As if he thought that the FMFs were like some type of staged, super rehearsed, pre-organized type of speech or talk. So he says, I bet you can't do one. I bet you don't have the ability to do one. I said, yeah. So I said, all right, let's see. So he challenged me, alhamdulillah, a good competitive challenge. And then I started doing it, alhamdulillah. And the next thing you know, it started raining. Out of the middle of nowhere, it started raining. And I switched the subject. So he was looking like shocked, like, whoa, like, what just happened? And I said to him, like, nothing happened. You asked me, and I'm trying to prove something to you. So the point, or the moral of the story is, brothers and sisters, is that the disciple has to be one with knowledge. There's no study time. There's no age to study. There is no, oh, I can't get married, or I can't go to overseas, or I can't, no. You study with wife, with children. You study with your husband. You study when you're in a hospital bed. You study on a train, in an airplane. You're in the airport. They're holding you up. TSA. They're bothering you. You read the book while you're waiting. While they're frisking you. Whatever you got to do. Before you go to sleep. When you wake up. With your AirPods. You listen to your knowledge. You benefit from ilm. No matter what the case. I am one with knowledge. I love knowledge. I buy books. I go overseas. I study. I do this. I do that. Bang. Done. I'm walking to the store to buy a loaf of bread. I'm walking to the store to buy a carton of eggs, a pint of milk. All right, whatever you're doing, you have to be one with knowledge. There's no time for ilm. There's no age. There's no sex. Men seek it. Women don't. Brothers seek ilm. Women don't seek ilm. I'm one with knowledge. Last but not least, the manual, it says, the art is formless. There's no way or shape. Oh, you can't dress like that. Oh, why are you wearing this? Brothers, they say all the time, why are you wearing a Kung Fu shirt? Oh, why are you wearing a Bruce Lee shirt? Oh, my son, he says, why is this sheikh wearing a Chinese shirt? Or that's a mushrik shirt. I've even had some brothers, callers, doctors, shuyukh says, what is that you're wearing? Or some people say, I like that. That's cool. That's nice. The point is, there is no dress code. I don't have to have on a specific scarf or turban to teach knowledge. It don't have to be suburban or urban or suburban. It's formless. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you read, you study, you benefit, you teach. That's your life. And you're supposed to come one with it. It's not supposed to be a sideshow. It's not supposed to be a footnote. It's not supposed to be something you do on the weekends. Your clothes are not supposed to be costumes that you wear when you're in the mood. All right, so that these are the fabric, the principles of Hadith Disciple. So those who ask about the different foundations of it and the structure of it, inshallah ta'ala, you can find more of it in this book. And alhamdulillah, there are much more quotes and different points that are added here religiously. All right, more of the following and the way you can find it in volume 2, much more than in volume 1, inshallah ta'ala. So that's a quick excerpt. Allah knows best. Maybe one day that manual will be published, that manuscript among many others will be published. That's all I wanted to do, inshallah ta'ala. And I want to make dua for each and every one of you, those who listen and benefit and learn. May Allah Azza wa Jal allow you to have more free time and more good health. Allahumma ameen. As it says here, the master should offer dua for the learner. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Hopefully we can take some questions later tonight by Allah's grace.